But really, with this tractor, it's not the horsepower that's the impressive bit, it's just what it does with it. It's that torque, it's the low down torque, which we all love. And yes, I could go on about that for quite some time, but I'm not going to do. We'll leave it at that. We love the torque. There we go. Full stop. Put a pin in it. Job's a peach. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome along, and if you are a fan of the Case IH MX Maxxum tractor series, or if you are a Cummins fan, this is the video for you. But even if you're not a fan of either of those, please do stick around, hopefully you will enjoy it. So today we're doing, I suppose you could say, a bit of a retro review. So this is where we have a bit of a reminisce, a bit of a look back at some of our favourite classic tractors and pieces of classic machinery. So hopefully you'll have seen in a previous episode Simon shared his thoughts about his favourite, his all-time favourite tractor, which is the John Deere 7810, which, to be honest, I think you'll all agree is an absolute classic, an absolute bit of a beast. So we did a whole video on that with Simon and a few guests involved as well, so hopefully you'll enjoy that. So now it is my turn to have a look at one of my all-time favourite tractors, which is, as I've already mentioned, the Case IH MX Maxxum tractor series, powered by that legendary 5.9 litre Cummins engine. As ever, if you are watching this on one of our social media channels, on YouTube or Facebook or wherever, well, unfortunately for you guys, this video will probably run out in a few minutes. But if you want to go and watch the full episode, please do head on over to landpowertv.com. We got a shed load of videos waiting for you there. They're all in full, you can see them in their entirety. There's no adverts spoiling the party, and we've got a load of specs on there as well to go with the machine. So if you can, please do head on over to landpowertv.com. So on with the show then. So this particular model that we've got, it is a Case IH MX120 Maxxum. It's a 1999 model, and it's got, what's it got? 6,685 hours on the clock. So just breaking her in, you might say. So it's, I mean, it's fair to say it's probably, compared to some, it's not done a lot of hours for its age. It's been on this one farm all its life. It has done quite a lot of work. It's done a big variety of work, but we'll get into that in a little bit. I do believe it was originally bought from what was Litres at Brock, near Garstang, up here in the northwest of England, back when Litres were selling tractors. So it was bought from there. And at the time, you know, back in '99, you could say this seemed quite a big tractor, particularly for this area. And not just a big tractor in terms of its horsepower, just a big tractor in terms of its size and its stature as well. I remember when it landed on this farm all those years ago, thinking, blimey heck, that's a bit of a step up, is that? So, why this particular tractor then? Why is it so special to me? Well, before this tractor, you know, I've driven lots of tractors, lots of machines before, you know, I've been around a minute or two, you might say. So, you know, I've driven lots of Ford 10 Series, Ford 40 Series, which then grew into the, you know, the New Holland 40 Series and TS models and things like that. Lots of blue stuff, fair bit of green stuff in the past as well. You know, the Auto Series and things like that. lots of nashes. So, you know, I've had my hands on a variety of tractors before I got to this one. But this tractor in particular is very special to me because I've been driving this very tractor pretty much on and off for the last 2 decades. So you could say I've got a lot of history with this tractor, which is why we're not talking about a 135 or anything like that, which is why we're talking about the 120. Now, unfortunately, and I wish it was, but this tractor is not mine. It belongs to the farm where we do a lot of these tractor reviews and machine reviews for landpowertv.com. So it belongs to the Core family, who I actually used to work for many moons ago when I was a stupid lad in my 20s. So that's when I really first got to know this MX120 Maxxum. And when I say get to know this tractor, put it this way: when I used to spend my days slurry tanking on it, when I was filling, I used to sit here and read handbook, you know, just literally learning the full ins and outs of this tractor to the point where I could actually go into the dash and alter the rolling radius of the back tyres to actually calibrate and get your speedo dead accurate. But there you go, that's why I'm still a machinery geek to this day, and that's why I'm still talking about tractors all these years later. So there you go, ladies and gents, that's the tractor that we've got for today's retro review. So I think it's time for a bit of a musical montage, and then we'll get stuck into a bit of detail on it. Right, on with the episode, and I think we'll delve into a little bit of history about this MX120. Like I say, it's a 1999 model, so it's quite an early MX, and if you're a bit of a geek like me, you'll be able to tell that it's an early MX because of the straight flat stickers down the side of the bonnet. The later models, they got the curvy bendy stickers which kind of followed the top line of the bonnet. So there you go, a little bit of geeky information there. Now also, if it hadn't been refurbished on the inside, you'd also be able to tell that it was an early model because it would have had the little lever for the PTO activation. Instead, this tractor has had a bit of a refresh. We're going to come to that in a bit. It has had a bit of a refresh, and it's now got the button there instead, just like later models and some of the later McCormick models as well, like the MTXs or MTs. Now, like I say, this tractor has had a bit of a refresh. I think it was about 5-6 years ago, something like that. As you guys will know, if you do run these tractors, or pretty much any case tractor sort of from this era, you'll know that the red paintwork could fade like mad. It used to just go, well, it was horrible. It damn near went sort of creamy white on the top surfaces. So at some point, the Core family decided, well, it's too damn good to get rid of this tractor, so we'll do it up and we will keep it. So that's what they did. So they went fairly well through it. It isn't like a complete restoration or anything like that. This is still a working tractor. It's still got to earn its keep.